start streaming. Woo. Okay. We're public too. Look at that. Let's see if we get some peeps up in here. Ooh. What up, what up? We got a viewer. How's it going? Ooh, we got thunder coming in. Ooh, this is gonna be a fun night. We got 3 viewers. Let's go. Hey, everybody, like it up. We're gonna be promoting this on Twitter. Feel free to support. I actually have OBS up, so if you guys see me looking up there, that's why. Kind of some fun stuff going on. But we're gonna pop in. We're gonna make sure that we show some love here. We're gonna be doing a live mock draft. What's up, Robbie? How you doing? Good to see you. Oh, yeah, no, this is going to be a fun one. I actually had a video ready for today, and it was a stock up, stock down for college players because I've been watching all the games. But at the same time, I didn't want to release something late, and this is a little bit more fun. I kind of like live streaming. I wanted to use OBS more. We're probably going to start using it for recording everything, so this is going to be great. I'm very excited for it. But yeah, we're copying the link. What's up, Kyle? Yeah, let's go. Love it. Yeah, we're going to be doing a live mock draft here. Feel free to always put your input. It's what makes it fun to make it live. But we are promoting it now. Got to have some fun in here, right? Yeah, we're going to start this probably in literally 6 minutes at 7 o'clock. I want to do some more stuff like this. And then I'm going to start pulling up like Discord and seeing if we could start bringing people in that way as well to have a fan mock draft. So definitely be on the lookout for that. It should be really fun. No, I'm excited for this. Let's try to make sure that we can promote this properly. What do you think of Stroud's performance? He is on my watch list for stock down. I thought that he looked like he regressed more than I would have wanted. And I know that's a very unpopular opinion, but he made some really god-awful throws. So, unfortunately, I would have to say he underperformed. Yeah, he was overhyped last year. I honestly agree. I talked to Broshmo about it today, and he still thinks, he said that it was a #1 overall pick performance. I don't think so. Like, at all. There were some god-awful throws. Anthony Richardson honestly had as good of a performance as he did. Again, guys, we're starting this in 5 minutes. Feel free to hop off if you guys want to, but would love to have you guys here. Yeah, he definitely did. Anthony Richardson, QB1 by Wavy. Not that wrong. Right now, he's QB2. I got to show you guys something. So I'm testing this out. You guys are going to be my little guinea pigs here. I'm going to be switching. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, that makes sense. There we go. So excited for this, but yeah, we're switching back to the main. No, I'm excited for this. This is great. Oh, oops. I forgot to put my damn audio capture in there. You know what? Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you, Sterling. Don't worry. We'll fix that in just a second. You know what? Let's fix it right now before everybody gets in here. Because obviously it is what it is. So don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. It's pretty simple. You just put an audio capture in there. What's up, Mark? Good to see you. I'm going to be muted just for a second because I'm going to add my audio into the my big board thing here. So beware. Beware, everybody. Boom in. There we go. So that should be good. What's up, Dim Sum? And yes, let's go Eagles. So guys, if you guys don't know, this is my big board. See me looking this way? It's because I have a big ass monitor over there. That's where I'm going to be doing this. I can actually see what you guys see for once. I've been doing all this on my poor little MacBook here. Still am, but I can at least see what you guys see. So, good to see you too. Excited what goes down. I know, right? We're having a fun mock draft here. We're doing it live. Like, why not, right? Keeps entertaining. And then you guys get to put your input in it as well. But this is going to be, I don't know why the hell I'm pointing up here. I'm pointing for myself. But as you guys can see, this is my big board. And where the hell's my mouse now? They're all, like, we have a ton of guys in here. There's a couple dudes who are not completely scouted. If I put unscouted, I've still looked at them, but not in depth. Somebody who I'm a huge fan of, don't worry about Naismith. He's going to fall. But Jared Wayne here out of Pittsburgh. I found him like last year. The guy made some good plays this past week, so I'm watching him for a stock up. But for you guys who who are probably wondering why the hell is Alex doing a mock draft this late at night, basically, I wanted to do something for you guys without posting a video super late. This way, I'm interacting with you guys as well. We're going to be starting this in 2 minutes, so feel free to just do all some fun stuff here. Here, we'll pop up the chat right there. So, did Butte get dropped down after yesterday? I have no idea. Like, it's crazy. What's up, Sir Bongs? But, you know, it's weird. He's going to be on my stock down list. I'm a little bit worried. So, obviously, he was really pissy because of the fact that he didn't get the ball as much as he wanted. And I'm not a huge fan of wide receivers that, don't accept not being put into the scheme. I like the fire, I like the want, but I just have some weird Antonio Brown vibes whenever I hear somebody being a diva about not getting the ball. That's me. Again, it's overreaction Monday. It is actually Monday this time. So, excited for that. Who's quarterback 5 after Young, Stroud, Richardson, and Van Dyke? Ooh, that's a great question. I'm actually going to pull it up myself. I'm not going to be able to let you guys see my full quarterback rankings. You guys already can. I don't know what the hell. So I have Tanner McKee. That's actually pretty fair. I'm going to have Spencer Rattler drop off. Will Levis did not look too good. He had a really good start, but those are plays that you practice a shit ton. Again, you practice your opening drive. So he's been comfortable with it. Besides that, he looked really bad. 1 big-time throw, 2 turnover-worthy plays. But Stroud quarterback 6. Honestly, if he continues to play the way he did, I agree. But I don't know. I'm not even using this yet. Okay. Jacoby Windman out of I assume Montana State or Michigan State. Oh, yeah. 4 sacks. That's a Michigan State transfer. Or where did he transfer from? I'm tripping, but I know it's a Michigan State guy. Is that Notre Dame O-lineman Jarrett Patterson? I don't know what you're referring to, Twit for Gator, but I assume so. It is 7 o'clock. I'm going to read through your comments a little bit more before we just kick this off, but, I can actually move my mouse finally over to here so you guys can see me. This order is based off of the records predictions, so yeah, you can get mad at me for it. The weird thing is that playoff predictors didn't actually give me a draft order, which kind of pissed me off, but, this is like first world problems, right? But looking at the chat up here, Bryce Young, Bijan Robinson, Justin Flo to Detroit. If yeah, that'd be funny. Justin Flo, he had a pretty bad game. He had some pretty poor plays there. So, is McKee a round 1 guy? Possibly. I got to see how he plays against good competition because he has some really good plays. I think he's starter quality, but the ceiling's not there yet for me. So we'll see about that. Bryce Young will almost definitely not be on the board for their pick. Oh, yeah, talking about for the Lions. Yeah, that's I'm a pretty big fan of Bryce Young. How many UGA players go in the first round this year? Let's think about it. I don't think a tight end goes in the first. Eric Gilbert didn't even get reps above Darnell Washington. A little bit concerning. I know he's probably still a little bit raw because he took an entire year off, but obviously Broderick Jones, I think he is doing really well. I don't really know. I don't think a pass rusher. I don't think Nolan Smith's making it into the first. I don't. Corner-wise, Keely Ringo, yeah. The question is, do the safeties come out? I know Starks is a true freshman. He made a really big play, almost made 2 interceptions. And then I know that Christopher Smith, he made some big plays as well. So he might be coming out. I'm not sure. I don't know his age yet, but honestly, we'll deal with that when the time comes. So let's start this off with the Bears' number 1 overall pick. I actually did knock them to 0-17. So, yeah, if you guys weren't there for the other live stream, we kicked the Bears out of contention for that number 1 pick to give them the number 1 pick. But, yeah, with this, we'll start the draft. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. Love it. But Eric was out for that game. I hope to God he was. But if the Bears are sitting here, they're not going to give up on Justin Fields, nor am I going to allow another quarterback to get absolutely sacrificed to the Mayan gods by an absolute crap organization, one that I've been rooting for since I was a little kid. Don't at me. Don't ask why. My dad raised me a Bears and Steelers fan. It is what it is. But Will Anderson has to be the pick here, I think. Again, feel free to drop your comments down. I'm going to be checking the chat because it's going to be fun. But we got 24 people in here. Hit the like button so that it gets out there for all the other peeps. Again, if you guys haven't already, join the Discord because I do post notifications when stuff comes out, or you guys can always talk to me there. Always fun. I'm sure 99% of you guys are already in there. But I honestly think Will Anderson is the correct move. Again, he's a really talented player who he just has unbelievable ceiling. I know that he isn't as consistent as Myles Murphy, but sometimes like a game comes down to like 3 or 4 plays, and I'm going to bet on the over on Will Anderson being there for 2 or 3 of those. So it is what it is. Let's see. Hot take, Jalen Hurts is top 5 in MVP voting. If the Eagles end up playing the way I think they will, pretty likely. Jalen Carter as well. I don't know what the as well came from. Oh, so we got another guy in the chat has the name Jarrett Patterson. All right, gotcha, Twit. On the playoff predictor, the draft order is at the very bottom. It didn't do that for me. I think it's because I didn't predict the playoffs. God forbid. The reason I wanted to get that all done is because I couldn't project to my little monitor over here, and I had to restart my computer, which would have deleted everything again. But Eric played. I have no idea what Jordan said, but I think that Jordan is trying to say that Eric might have either played really late or he's going to be playing later in the year. Will Anderson's just so good. Might overtake Young here for the... Oh, yeah. So, guys, in the description of this, if I'm not mistaken, I have a link to an ADP calculator that Mark made himself for the channel. Basically, it's tracking every single pick that we do in these mock drafts, and then it shows you basically where we have them. So, next time, we'll actually pull that up. Actually, we might be able to do that right now. So, that should be fun. I'm going to do that for Mark. We owe it to Mark, all right, guys? We do. Mark deserves this. He worked really hard on this. He'll try to be humble about it, but I don't give a rat's ass. We'll pull it up for you guys. My poor computer. It's dying here. Oh, how cute. I forgot about the fact that Mark put in the scouting reports. So I'm going to show you guys this right now. So this is it right here. It's in the description. It's the bottom line. So if you guys want to check it out, go for it. You got, God only knows what the hell happened there. But, yeah, you get to see a breakdown of every single game here. So cheers to Mark for that. He's already up to date on this stuff. So just wanted to shout out Mark there. Not trying to flatter you. Sorry, Mark. But let's get back to the content, though. Let's get back to having some fun, right? So first off, I want to make sure that I have the live streaming button hit because I want to see your guys' comments. It's kind of the whole entire point of doing this. Bears should trade out if they're picking number 1 overall. I totally agree. Like, if the Bears are picking number 1, I think there's 2 absolute ballers at edge that basically if you get 2 first-round picks for it, which this team needs more quantity than quality at this moment, wouldn't be a bad idea. It wouldn't be. But let's go to pick number 2 here with the Seahawks. Again, if you guys have something directly for me, feel free to at me because it does pop off in the corner of my eye as an orange button. It helps. But pick number 2, you have the Seahawks here. If they are at this spot, again, where do I have them for their second pick? That's the real question here. I have them at pick 18. Again, is Myles Murphy times Tyler Van Dyke different than maybe, I don't think Andre Carter's even going to be there. Bryce Young and whoever the hell else is there. Honestly, when I did the Seahawks recap, I realized how much a good quarterback could transfer this franchise into something that's unbelievable. So we're going to go Bryce Young. We're going to do it. We're going to take a shot on him. But again, keep in the back of your mind, I think Myles Murphy is a better pick. I just think that given the Seahawks roster and given the fact that they can make a good defense out of pretty much nothing, that's probably the best thing that they can do. Just drop a quarterback in there and then be able to put the pieces elsewhere. This is a 2-round, right? Yes. This is a 2-rounder. Honestly, I didn't plan on it being a 2-rounder, but I accidentally clicked 2 rounds, so fuck it. Let's do 2 rounds, right? What if the Seattle trades for Lamar Jackson? I don't think that would work. It could. That's just a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. I would be surprised. To be able to make sure I can actually talk to you coherently for the next hour or two, we're going to drink some water here. Bo Nix. Let's love that. Dude, Bo Nix looks so crap. It's so bad. Yeah, so let's continue this. I'm not seeing anything in the chat that is overly overwhelming for me. We got 27 people in here. Again, feel free to hit that like button. It does help get it circulated out here. We're having some fun. Again, you guys see where we have a TikTok as well. I say we, it's me, myself, and I. But made a TikTok, sold the soul to the devil. Feel free to check that out. I do have some ranking lists talking about best players in the preseason or best rookies in the preseason, top teams. It's a pretty cool concept, TikTok, actually, when you do end up actually creating content. But let's not talk about TikTok at the moment. Let's talk about this mock draft. So if the Falcons are picking at 3, I personally would look into the QB room just because, but I do understand that Desmond Ridder does have starter potential for this team. They do believe in him, and I'm going to respect that. I think that you have to go with the second best player in the class, which to me is the first. That's Myles Murphy here. Again, you got to continue getting edge. When I looked at the Falcons' depth at edge rusher, it's not good. I don't believe it to be good. So we're going to go Myles Murphy here. Again, they got 2 edges, D'Angelo Malone as well as Arnold Ebiketie in the draft, but I don't think that solves the problem. You need a rotation at edge, and Myles Murphy, he's just on another planet, man. To be honest, I would look at corner, but it's a round 2 thing. I'll show you guys in a second. But would you trade Deion Jones in a 3rd or a 4th for Roquan? Ooh. Deion Jones has had problems with health, so I don't know from which side you're talking about it. I assume since you were just at a Georgia game that you are from Atlanta, so you're probably talking from the Falcons' perspective. So Deion and a 4th for Roquan, I'd do in a heartbeat. Deion in a 3rd, probably still for a heartbeat. Like in a heartbeat, I would do it. I think that the Bears shouldn't do that because I think the Bears should try to just get as much draft capital as possible. Deion Jones is a beast. He's a freak, but I don't think that star players are going to be kind of making any impact on your team, and that might cause issues for you guys in the locker room when they start requesting trades. Like Roquan, God bless his heart, he actually took the high road and was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to bet on myself, I'm going to play. So good for him, but the Bears could have been totally shaboozed with him saying like, you know what, I'm not going to play ever. So again, they got pretty lucky with that. Pick number 4, you have the Texans. And you know what? Since this is a live stream mock draft and it's not going to be a primary one, what did I put as the cover for this? Speaking of, I totally forgot to actually look at what the hell. Okay, you know what? It's Hail Mary Sports live stream. That's fine with me. I don't care. But still, regardless, hit the back of my head. I would say at pick number 4, if you are here, which this is the Cleveland Browns pick, I just have no faith in them at the moment. I'd be looking for a QB, and I do think Anthony Richardson is much better than CJ Stroud. He has the same issues as CJ, but Anthony Richardson has so much more potential to improve upon them. CJ has pretty much had a lot of experience to harden those habits. I do think that he's going to continue improving over the season. We saw what potential he had. I think his athleticism is a little bit overrated. I do. I don't think he's actually that fast. But I think that he's a really big-bodied dude. He likes to lower the shoulder. His arm is the strongest in the class. I'm going to go for it. Screw it. Again, we have back-to-back picks, so whoop-de-doo. Yeah, this one, you got to go BPA, right? Like, I got to go Jalen Carter here. You're taking a high floor player and a high ceiling player, and then, like, you got high floor, high ceiling, as well as then with Anthony Richardson, low floor, high ceiling. One's a high value position, one's a low, but I think Jalen Carter could end up being, like, Aaron Donald-esque. Like, I do think that they are incredible. AR runs 4.4. Really? Does he actually? I didn't know that. So, guys, if you guys are here brand new, this is going to be a 2-round mock draft, so feel free to stick around. We're going to just have a little bit more fun and play this differently than every other mock draft that I've done, so enjoy. But with the Patriots here at number 6, I do like to end up going after the wide receiver route here with Jackson Smith and Jigba, but he's out for a couple weeks, and it's with a hamstring injury, so I'm always a little bit weary about players who aren't very athletic, who hurt their hamstrings. Like, I just want him to come back fully healthy. I want him to wait, like, maybe half a season. I know that sounds crazy, but I do think Ohio State is good enough. But let's look at the other options here. Obviously we don't have to rush this like a normal mock draft to keep it in a condensed period of time. I think corner would be an excellent option. I really do think so. Again, guys, if you guys want to ask me questions, feel free to @ me because it does actually get lost a little bit within there. Hello, everybody. We got 25 people in here. Awesome. Feel free to hit the thumbs up if you guys haven't already, because of the fact that it helps get the message out to other people, helps put it up in the suggested column. It's fun that way. So feel free to stick around. Feel free to ask me questions. Just remember, feel free to hit the @ button and then @ me so I can see it. It pops up as an orange box. What can I say? It gets with my OCD/ADHD. Regardless, I think that this is an excellent spot to be able to address a position of need with high value. I think corner would be a great option to do that. Keely Ringo plays the run really well, and I mean, to be fair, the Patriots don't exactly draft first-round corners, especially not in the top 6, but there is a high chance that I'm going to go with this, and for the sake of argument, for fun, we're going to do it. Keely Ringo is absolutely locked down, and I do think that he could be a really good Patriot. Very good in press as well. Is Jeff Sims from Georgia Tech in this class? Yes, he is. Yeah, he's been playing for a couple years, but that guy's a project. I think he'll stay around for a couple more years, using his red shirts to be able to propel him into being at least draftable. He has a lot of really good traits, but no team's willing to take a shot on that guy as of this moment. He could prove me wrong, and I would love that, but for now. The Jets are sitting here at pick 7, and honestly, they don't really have much that they need to address. I wish they honestly didn't get Johnson last year, because I would love Andre Carter for the squad. I think Andre Carter is a monster. I think he's just on another level. But, honestly, man, for this pick, Brian Breesy's still not good. Obviously, they're playing right now. Jets need to take an offensive tackle. I totally agree. I'm just seeing all the other options because it helps me prepare for the next pick as well. Where do I see Jordan Travis going? UDFA. He had one good game, but he's had some pretty awful ones. Again, so my former teammate Micah Pittman from Oaks, brother of Michael Pittman on the Colts, he right now goes to Florida State, likes to record a lot of stuff that goes on in the locker room, including the fact that Jordan Travis, you'll only hear this here, eats ice cream sandwiches or ice cream in general in a really creepy way. I can't describe it, but it got me to the point where I actually had to swipe up and then comment about how atrocious it was. Ugh, gross. So, did every good recruit come from Oaks? Yeah. No, I mean, Oaks had its time in the sun. We kind of fell off after Matt left. When he went to Poly, not many more talents came because we had the number 2 quarterback in California at the time. I don't think it was Bryce Young who was coming up just yet, but I forgot who the other guy was. I know that, man, who was it at that time? I'm tripping on who it was. I think it was DTR. DTR was probably one of those dudes who was a crazy freak guy, very highly rated at the moment. But for the Jets, again, yeah, I think tackle is the position we have to go. Peter Skoronski's been balling the F out. The question is, which one do you want, Broderick Jones or Peter Skoronski? Because I'll tell y'all this right now. I didn't even know this. Anton Harrison moved to right tackle. I should have known that, to be blunt, but I didn't. And that makes it a lot better for teams that are looking for a right or left tackle. It might make him worth this pick. it could. You think about it. It's like, hey, I don't know where we want to put George Fant. Let's sign him to a longer contract. We can do that. But I'm going to go Peter Skoronski here. I think the hype's going to be real. The guy put on 20 pounds and looks absolutely incredible. So, big fan of that. I think that guy's going to be an absolute beast. Monster in the run game as well. We got another chat here. If you do the Ravens, you should consider looking at bigger size targets. I think you're talking about Quentin Johnston, and I totally agree. I think that's kind of a dream pick. So, pick number 8 for the Giants. Again, I think that going after someone like AR-15 would be the best case scenario for the team. I do think that Dable can get a strong-armed, inaccurate quarterback who has some processing issues to be able to get over the finish line. This is a team where I'd feel comfortable with CJ Stroud. It's going to be one or the other in the future mock drafts just because of that, unless the Giants start really winning and kicking ass. So we'll see about that. I don't think it's going to happen. So it's probably going to be Anthony Richardson or CJ Stroud regardless. I don't think CJ Stroud is that good. Again, I have him as a late first, which is still good. But some of those throws are just absolutely atrocious. I think he'll have to sit for a year, if not 2, unless, it ends up with him being able to learn from Brian Dable and be able to correct all of those issues. So next we have the Washington Commanders here. And, again, this is another team where I would consider quarterback. If you're picking at 9, I would consider it. But do we have any Washington Commanders fans in the chat? Feel free to @ me if you are, because I love hearing your perspective live versus after I do a pick. I'm not going to do anything ludicrous like drafting a tight end at pick 9. Don't worry. I'm not Broshmo. I'm just joking. I love Broshmo. But when I look at it, linebacker would be a position I'd consider if there was actually good linebackers here. There's not. If you guys see me darting, because again, your guys' comments are right there. That's the live chat for me. Don't worry, I'm not that weird. But, man, I don't really know where to go for this team besides corner, which is kind of the common cop-out. That's where we're going to go. And I'm actually going to go after someone who showed incredible field awareness, who created a tremendous pick in his game, Garrett Williams. I was super high on him. Again, he was number 9 on my big board. You know what's funny? I can actually show you guys that. I forgot about this. I was trying to hide all my big board from you guys. Now I have to turn my phone on to see the chat, though. That's the only negative to this, but that is A-okay. So, oops, I told you guys I wouldn't let you see my scouting breakdown on every quarterback. This is a little bit outdated, but that's okay. Let's go to the overall rankings, though. So where do we have Garrett? We have him at number 9 overall. Yeah, you guys might see 2 corners above him. I'm waiting to see Jalen Jones play. He was injured this week, so that's a little bit of an RIP moment right there, but we'll see about him. Joey Porter was locked down. He was the number 1 player on the defense in terms of grade. Guy was locked down, good in the run game. I really do think he's going to end up being a top 10 pick. Honestly, if he continues, guy's incredible. So we're going to get back to the primary live stream tab. Love it. We're going to make sure you guys' comments pop up. Nice and easy. So yeah, pick number 10. Again, this is a perfect spot for Garrett Williams. And he's not on the board anymore, which sucks. But I do think that corner, I know I'm going to piss off my Cards fans in here because, again, obviously I'm kind of saying you guys aren't going to be good this year. You have no interior offensive lineman. You have 1 corner who he's in a contract extension year, so see about that. I do think that when all is said and done, you guys won't be at pick 10. I'm just a little bit worried because I think your running game is one-dimensional. I really don't believe you have anything besides James Conner, and as a Steelers fan, I know that James Conner alone is not enough. But he was good in the times where he needed to be. I just don't really see an upside there. I wish Kenyon Drake signed with you guys back again. I think that would be really good. Cards had their second-best corner burn himself very badly cooking. Oh, God. Gotta love that, dude. But I think corner should be the position to target here. Again, we are in an outstanding draft. And Tyreek Stevenson is someone who's going to probably shoot up draft boards as well. He's 6 foot, 212 pounds. Guy's an absolute baller. I would look at Antonio Johnson if Jalen Thompson didn't get a contract because of that versatility. But we don't need another slot, do we? No. So I'm actually going to go Tyreek Stevenson here. I have him around 24 or 25 on my big board right now. He's an absolute freak. He actually almost caused that interception that the safety got because he pretty much ran the route for the wide receiver. So good for Tyreek Stevenson. He's somebody who I really do think fits that mold of Patrick Peterson. I get those vibes from him. Excellent in press, sticky in man coverage. This is an amazing corner class. I would not be surprised if Tyreek decides to stay a year and boost his stock even more. This is not predictive, by the way, guys. It's kind of like a hybrid. I like to do that because it shows my personality without being completely stupid. Regardless. Again, if you guys want to at me, that allows me to see your guys' comments, so feel free to do that. Since I don't see any orange boxes on my screen, we shall continue with the Dallas Cowboys. Again, guys, this is a 2-rounder. Dallas Cowboys fans are going to be punching the air. I'm glad you guys ended up getting Jason Peters because it gets you to put Tyler Smith at guard. But, Jason Peters is 40 years old. It's not like he's going to be able to outclass edge rushers at this point. I don't know how much of a benefit he's going to honestly be for you. So I think offensive line is definitely a position I would still target. I'm not going to go Broderick Jones, but I do like the idea. I know you guys like Steele. I'm not that big of a fan of Steele, to be honest with you. I think Anton Harrison would be a really fun option. Someone who can play left or right tackle. I honestly would want to keep Tyler Smith as a guard. So I'm going to do that. You guys might call me crazy saying, hey, we need a wide receiver, but this class is really deep, and I honestly just fully believe that is the best thing that you can do for your team is to build that O-line the way the Cowboys have in the past. Pick number 12. So let's see what they do. I see a DJU. DJU already has 2 fumbles. You have to be kidding me. My Lord. This is just ridiculous at this point. The Jaguars sitting here, you have to probably look at wide receiver. Mark, I need you to put some thoughts in here. I think Jackson Smith and Jigba's abilities are probably now on best display for this team, given that Laviska's not here. That was my biggest kind of comment, is saying, hey, I don't really think that this is going to be a great idea because Laviska hasn't even worked out. But I do think Jackson Smith and Jigba would work really well in a Doug Peterson offense and give a very good, reliable target. So, again, Kayvon Butte, his drops have not gone away. That's a big issue. If you can't catch the ball, that's a big issue. Still a really good wide receiver, but I am legitimately concerned. So I'm seeing if we have any... do I need to get my shot class ready? Yes, you do. Jackson makes more sense than Butte. I totally agree. Yeah, I know. This isn't the class for it. Quentin Johnston could be a really sneaky option if he just totally ascends. I haven't watched the TCU game yet, but I am going to see SMU versus TCU. So that's going to be really fun. I think it's not our homecoming game. That's our parents' weekend, so my parents are coming to town. We're going to have good-ass seats for it, too. I'm super stoked. We're going to be able to beat Cincinnati as well for our homecoming week, because last time they were here for homecoming, that was when Desmond Ridder ripped off an 80-yard run. It was absolute, it was atrocious. It sucked because they busted our win streak. Pick number 13, the Eagles by way of the New Orleans Saints. So I think edge rusher is a position that, Howie is going to target. And I think that you could wait potentially for another cornerback or re-sign one because it looks like DBs are something you probably address in free agency more than anything. So RIP the Antonio Johnson train. We are going to go Andre Carter here. He is... Where's he at on my big board? Sorry, I'm not going to be able to show you guys this one, but I'll just tell you guys anyway. Andre Carter's number 18 on my board. He's probably going to jump up a little bit higher. I'm a big fan of Andre Carter. He is just so good. So, Panthers need a quarterback. Yes, they do. You're damn right about that. If they're at pick number 14, though, can you really justify going after Tyler Van Dyke? Yes. Yes, you can. Tyler Van Dyke showed that he has incredible chemistry with people he spends a lot of time with. I think that is going to be the best case scenario for the team. If you guys watched it, I watched every snap from that game for him. He had some missed throws, but I would say my biggest concern with TVD before was his middle out accuracy. That's something that CJ Stroud does actually really well, is hitting those guys on those NFL outs. Tyler didn't, but I forgot the name of his roommate. He hit him just perfectly, and then he had a couple out routes that he just hit better than he did last year. So it shows that if he's going to be there spending a lot of time with his guys in the locker room, that chemistry will show that there is a lot to love. You might be just getting an upgraded Baker Mayfield, but I do think he is going to be that guy who could be really special for you. We got another chat here. How do you feel about the college football playoff expansion news? I like it, honestly. I just don't understand how it's going to play into actually the regular season. And at the end of the day, these guys who are playing are kids. So I don't really know how it's going to affect them during like final season and, like during Christmas time. Like, it actually might affect a lot of people's lives. Do people sit out some of the games because they know it's a blowout? Or, like, do they miss Christmas with their family because they want to play versus Alabama? I don't know. That's something, again, we'll have more clarity as time goes on. People have said that they're not equipped for it in terms of it, like, starting in 2026. But, honestly, get your head and ass wired together. There's a lot of media deals coming, so I think it's fine. I think it's good. Trenton Simpson looks nice right now. I hope to God he does. He has all the talent in the world. The guy just can't seem to process properly. Can someone give me an update on how Brian Breesy is? Again, like, I might be his number one hater, but I still have him as a third-round pick. All right, we're down with one bottle, everybody. Let's go. Pick number 15. Again, guys, if you guys are new, feel free to hit that like button. We got 24 people. Holla. What's up, everybody? Feel free to hit the like button. Helps get it over to everybody else. But also, if you guys have a comment for me, hit the app button. It pops up as an orange box rather than, me having to spend all this time staring right there at the comment section. What's up, Big Jordan? But number 15, you have the Titans here. And I do believe in the Titans. Again, this is a pretty good spot for a team that has no O-line. Speaking of no O-line, I think it's a good option. So for the Cowboys, we went Anton Harrison, which last year I was telling y'all about Tyler Smith. I'm just saying. He looks massive, but hasn't done much. Exactly. Trey Williams has been the standout of the D-line. Trey Williams. I haven't studied him yet, so I'm excited for that one. I hope to God that my boy, Miles Murphy, is doing well. But yeah, this has got to be Broderick Jones. Again, people are going to be shitting their pants if they draft another Georgia tackle, but, again, you have to just realize that was a sunk cost. It doesn't mean that every tackle from Georgia is going to fail, because there's a lot of Georgia linemen that are doing pretty well. So I do think Broderick Jones is going to be perfectly fine. I think he will be. Pick 16. Also, you are giving the middle finger. Sorry for the kids in the chat. The middle finger to the Raiders, who need an offensive lineman like no one's business. So, cornerback might be the position I go, but when all is said and done, I'm going to go Andrew Voorhees. He is actually number 16 on my big board. The dude's going to be an experienced veteran that you can put inside. If you can't address a tackle, don't reach on one and have one just absolutely be cheeks. So get somebody who's actually really good, and I think Andrew Voorhees is really good. He had one huge play, stopped a running back cold in the backfield. Love it. Murphy's been solid, but hasn't made a highlight play yet. He's not that type of guy, though. I'll be honest. Like, that's why I didn't know about him, about how good he was before. It's because he's not a highlight reel guy. He's somebody where he uses perfect form. He's really strong, and he's the best run defender I've ever seen. So it doesn't really surprise me. I just think that when he gets into the pass game, the guy just turns it up to another level as well. And again, it's the first week of the year. He's somebody where probably technicalities are maybe a little bit slower. His processing's a little bit slower week one. Give it time. Again, I keep crapping on other dudes, but like it probably is true for them as well. Steelers, if you're sitting at this spot, there's no lineman. We're going to be going after my number 8 guy in the draft, Joey Porter Jr. here. Guy is so good, and he's definitely probably going to be a top 10 pick. I'm very excited for Joey Porter to be a Steeler, where his dad was, if I'm not mistaken. We need corner help like it's no one's business, so getting it is never a bad thing. The Seahawks, by way of the Denver Broncos. The Broncos missed the playoffs. Yes, they were 11-6, but to me, there's like a big gap of teams. Like there's a hard line between like the 11-6 teams, and you go to like the 8-9 teams, which is weird because again, the Steelers picked 17th, but they were 9-8 versus the Denver Broncos who were 11-6. There's a big difference there. Let's see. Again, guys, if you guys are new here, hit the like button, but also if you guys want to talk to me, hit the app button because it does give a giant orange box in there. You know what? I'll show you guys. I know you guys believe me. It's not like, okay, wow. Lame moment right there. But you guys can see there's a orange box right there. It helps. It helps, guys. So let's get out of that and go into here. Awesome. So pick 18. Again, we went after Bryce Young with the number 2 overall pick, which is a great move. We unfortunately do not have the choice of that edge rusher who's an absolute freak in Andre Carter. And I'm not going to be drafting one except Zion Tupuola-Fatui if we are going to do it. Does it keep like pausing and like spacing out? I swear to God, that's so annoying. Trent Simpson to Seattle is a potential move. I'm going to be, right now, I'm stuck between Noah Sewell and then also being able to go after a corner here in, like, I would say Antonio Johnson. I'd want someone more as a boundary, though. So, we're going to wait till round 2 for potentially Kaiu Blue Kelly. I love Antonio Johnson, though. Don't worry. We're going to go after a linebacker here. People are saying Trent Simpson. I need to see it. I need to watch with my own eyes first because his processor looks really bad. But we're going to go Noah Sewell here. He's a pretty consistent linebacker overall. Good size, good coverage ability. He's somebody who I really do believe in. Pick number 19 for the Lions. People are going to say this is absolute batshit crazy that the Lions made the playoffs. They're 8-9. It's just the NFC. It sucks. Just to be honest, it's not good. The AFC absolutely whooped ass. And to be honest, I think DB is still a good position to target. So Antonio Johnson is BPA as well. I think it's a good position to go. Pick number 20 with the Vikings. So I would love to go after Kayvon Butte at this point. I think that might need to be like BPA. Thielen's getting older. I know that you just brought in Jalen Reagor, but he wasn't even going to make the Eagles roster. He was, but obviously he's not really legitimate starter material. But if you're not doing anything, man, I have a hard time not going after Kayvon Butte. I think he's just so good. Offensive line's not good enough at this moment. And again, corner, I can't justify it except for Brian Branch and just say, hey, I'm going to put him literally everywhere. I kind of want to do that, though. How baller would that be? Oregon could just not tackle anyone. To be honest, Sewell has a 30% missed tackle rate. The guy is absolutely atrocious. It might be a 20%. I know. So there's another guy from Oregon. I don't think he's actually in here. Is he? We'll see if he is. He's not. There's an edge from Oregon that I'm bugging on his name, but he has a 30% missed tackle rate, and I thought he was a really good player too. So that kind of sucks. I don't know what's going on. I think that there's a good chance that they could make a big jump in the NFL because of the fact that they can just get taught how to tackle. We'll see. So pick 20 again. We're getting the water here because your boy, we got another another round on top of this to go, but we got another 12 picks. Also, RIP to the people who are going to be coming in and watching this post because that's a perfect time for an ad to pop in automatically. So RIP to them. Again, Paris Johnson might be the guy I do target here because I do think offensive line could always be improved. Let's see. Mark said, can I see 18 and 19? Had to change over laundry, missed the picks. Oh, yeah. It was Noah Sewell and Antonio Johnson. Man, I honestly don't know what to do for this team because Trent Simpson would be really fun because Eric Kendricks could actually teach him the game. And this linebacker class is absolute cheeks. That wouldn't be a bad option. What do you guys think about that? Let me see, guys. I want to see the chat first. Do we have anybody who likes the Vikings in here? Let's see what's up. Siaki Ika is ranked 19th. The dude can't even, the only time you'll ever see this guy move fast enough to play in the NFL is when you see a full fucking buffet in front of his ass. But let's see. If anybody else is a fan of Minnesota, holler. To be honest, Slovenia is probably asleep. But we need him at this moment. I like going DB. I'm going to go Brian Branch. I am. The Vikings should take Bo Nix. Vikings get a quarterback. At 20, I don't know if they do that. Again, you're in the worst situation possible. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. I know. They're in the worst situation possible. I think Kirk Cousins is the worst quarterback in the NFL because he's really good, but he's just not good enough. So we're going to go Brian Branch here. I think he's just too damn good, too damn talented. I know, DB, first round to first round for the Vikings, but, he's just absolutely phenomenal. Pick number 21 for the Bengals. Michael Mayer's going to be falling out of this first round for sure. Like, he just was not good. Dalton Kincaid's been rising up my board. I actually need to put him on what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. But that guy's phenomenal. Eric Gilbert's up in there as well. Oh, because I really do think that getting another weapon for Joe should be kind of a priority. But, oh man, I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? This is like, again, I always do these mocks, like, and I just choose whoever the hell I want. But I rarely get to hear from you guys. So I'm going to wait for some thoughts to come in here. We're going to catch up on some news on Twitter. Jesus. There's nothing good on Twitter. Where are the people at? Clemson linebackers are balling hard. You know what? That's a sign to me to draft a Clemson linebacker. We're going to go Trent Simpson here. There we go. Best player available. I know. But we're going to go Trent Simpson. A lot of contracts coming up due. And I think that that's going to be the best case scenario. Bengals take tight end. We'll do that in the second round. We already went Trent Simpson here. Okay, so for the Dolphins, I already know I'm going to get crucified by Broshmo for this. Simpson just made a play as you said that. I'm very happy to hear that. The guy's all the talent in the world. He's just up here that was really slow last year. Very excited to see that. Let's see. So, running back's not going to be in the equation. Paris Johnson's still here, so we'll take a shot on him. He looked really bad, in my opinion. He looked out of place as a tackle, but, people are going to do what they want, man. I don't think Paris Johnson's as good as even Thayer Mumford. Well, maybe he's a little better than Thayer Mumford, but, just comparatively, I don't think he's much better. So, let's go next to pick number 23 for the Colts. Faison is the number 2 corner for the team. I know they have Isaiah Rodgers, but I still would like to look in the corner room here. Cam Smith is still available. He would be a good understudy for sure. Kyu Blue Kelly also in that mix. I might be doing that. Oh, I really do kind of want to go after a number 1 quality receiver here. How many receivers have we drafted? Just one? Oh, Lord. This has turned out to be a fun one, hasn't it? Jordan Addison's been balling out too. This team could just use another player. I would go Paris Johnson if he were still on the board. But let's see. Running back's not going to be much of a need. Offensive line's not very plentiful at the moment. I would say Darnell Wright is a potential move. He's going to be a guy who could rise up here. Did you take Harrison? I would have gone right tackle for Miami. Yes. So, Jordan, I went Harrison for the Dallas Cowboys because I like his versatility. And he's pretty close to AT&T Stadium in Arlington. So, the Cowboys are going to be watching him pretty heavily. I have a feeling that's where they're going to go because, again, that's when they were at their best is when their line was. I think that's going to be the best case scenario. Jalen Jones consideration. I think he definitely should be. And I honestly might pull the trigger right here on him. I think Cam Smith might be more athletically gifted, though. So we're going to pull the trigger on Cam Smith. He's going to be paired up there. Obviously, corner 1 was an issue until you brought in Stephon Gilmore. But now it's going to be corner 2 filled. The Lions are back on the board. Who do we get for them before? Oh, I love Antonio Johnson. So, making sure that there's no other people asking questions in the chat. So, with Cam Smith taken, Jalen Jones still on the board. Again, I just don't think he's going to be drafted higher than some of these guys. Hence why I'm going to be doing that. I love Jalen Jones. Again, he's my number 1 corner, but we'll see once 22 tape comes out for him. But for this pick, linebacker's still in need, but I'm not drafting linebacker 3 at pick 24. I'm going to absolutely rip the heart out of some people here, but I'm going to go wide receiver 1 with Quentin Johnston. I think that he would just be such a good complement to what they have there. I just do think it's such a baller consideration for them. So we drafted Antonio Johnson, Quentin Johnston. Love that for him. Both guys who are absolute ballers at their position. So Mason Smith tore his ACL. That's a big loss. That sucks. But the Packers, again, they also lost out on Quentin Johnston. Sometimes you got to play defense. I think they could deal with a crazy personality, but they're not going to. They're going to go Jordan Addison here. We're going to see a small run on wide receivers, but again, I think Jordan Addison's a really good player. I think he's going to be rising up a lot of people's boards. He looks like a true number 1 wide receiver in a smaller body, which is great. So we'll see about that. Pick number 26, we have the Chiefs on the board, and I'm considering going after Kayshawn at this point because of the fact that it's screw it. Their edge depth finally looks really good. Linebacker depth is not good, but the starters are really good. Corner, they could get a corner, but I don't think it's going to really improve that much with like corner 80. Jalen Jones doesn't fit them as well as I'd want him to as well. So for me, oh man, people are definitely going to be calling me out because the Eagles are going to get Jalen Jones if he doesn't get taken here. Oh, that's so funny. I think that you could go running back here with Bijan. I think they're going to do that. Patty Mahomes is going to ask for his second first-round running back. It's going to be crazy. Question in the chat, do you think Colts go wide receiver in the second since their wide receiver 3 and below don't do much? I think that's very possible. I do. They've been going second-round wide receivers for, obviously, the past 2 times they drafted a major wide receiver. I think they continue the trend. I would say Strawn is a really good player. Since most wide receivers are taken, consider corners. I totally agree. I think that corner DB would be a great fit for the Baltimore Ravens. Pick number 27 for the Chargers. I think that I'm going to go Kayvon Butte here. I think they're going to deal with the drops and they're going to deal with the personality concern because Justin Herbert's very calm and collected and he commands a lot of respect. So Kayvon Butte falls because of that. We'll see if that's actually a continual issue. We'll see. This is going to be Jalen Jones, though. I know he's not listed on here, so we're going to select Noah Daniels, but this is Jalen Jones, my number 1 corner in the class. But again, I haven't seen him this year, and I know that not many people are high on him, so we'll see. I think he's a lockdown corner. I think he would fit the Eagle scheme very well. Very smart player, can process very well. I think it's a good spot for him. Why not Bijan for the Chargers? Because Bijan is gone. Bijan's at pick 26, guys. So, sorry, Jordan. But, yeah, RIP, right? Also, teams like to play defense. So, it's either Kayvon or Bijan for the Chargers. Or Gervon Dexter. Gervon Dexter would be the other option. So, pick number 29 for the Ravens. My only issue is how many fucking corners have we taken? 1 corner here, 2, technically, let's not count that as 3. 3 right here, 4 and 5. We've taken 5 first-rounders. DJU's still in the game? You have to be kidding me. This is just absolutely atrocious. I think a wide receiver 1 build would be a good idea, and I am considering still taking Xavier Hutchinson here. I know that a lot of people don't like Xavier Hutchinson, but I'm a big fan of him. I don't think that any of these corners are good, to be honest. I don't. Offensive line's not really going to be worth it. This is a spot where I would honestly trade out. But you know what? Linebacker's not a bad position to target. J2, what do you think about Henry To'oTo'o? I think that he'd be a really good fit. You know, obviously, I think the threshold for a good linebacker on the Ravens is low. So having him be a complimentary will linebacker would not be too shabby in my opinion. I'm going to wait for that response in the chat. Might as well do a quick little check here as well because I pulled up my big board. So we'll see about that. Ravens do need a linebacker. That is true. Yep. And I like it. It plays like a Raven. Wonderful. If it makes sense, the Ravens are probably going to do it. Rank number 30. Why did I say rank? Pick number 30. So we're almost ended out of the first round. We'll speed this up as time goes on, guys. Again, if you guys are new, feel free to hit that like button. Helps get it up in people's recommended box. Welcome to the 26 people watching. Of course, I really appreciate you guys always for supporting. And always show love for the Discord. Drop it down. You guys can go down below. It's in the description. It's great. Again, you guys can always talk to me there. I know a lot of you guys do already as it is, so show some love. Let's go with this pick number 30. To'oTo'o isn't a mic. Yes. Queen definitely isn't a mic either. I know, but they're going to be using, I don't think Queen should be the guy who determines how you project your future at linebacker, since he hasn't exactly been, the best of the best at his position. So I think you could honestly use him as a will. Not maybe you don't need to use him as a mic. But Henry To'oTo'o is still a good fit. You know, you still getting 2 guys who might be a similar role, but still more effective than without him. I think that's going to be the best case scenario because you are here 1 game away from the Super Bowl. So I think that'd be pretty damn solid. So for pick number 30, I think a tight end is going to be probably the best option for this team. getting just an absolute baller. The problem is I don't think any of these guys are honestly worth it at the moment. Like, I really don't. Michael Mayer's just not that good. He's the most overrated player. Where do I see Kyaris Jackson going? So I might include him in this. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? That'd be great. That would be honestly amazing. I haven't studied him in depth, but like that's just so fun. Obviously, I think he would stay for an extra year and then try to compete with a top 2 class of quarterbacks rather than a top 6. But it'd be fun. Miles Murphy has forced 2 false starts in a row. Let's go. The Bucs do need a quarterback. You're 100% right. I totally tripped up on that. Forgot that Brady's gonna be dead in like 3 years. Tanner McKee gonna be the guy. Because Tom Brady, I don't think he's gonna stay around. I really don't. McKee's a really good guy to just step in and take over. It's gonna be a lot better than a potential like risk taker. So let's wait for some. I hope they roll with Trask, honestly though. But can you imagine? Hold on, if they roll with Trask, think about this: they end up getting Quinn Ewers, or they end up getting Caleb Williams. Like Will Levis would be nice. I don't like Will Levis. I really don't. It's not good, guys. I'm going to take a quick second to make sure that I respond to my mom. Otherwise, I'm going to end up literally crucified. You guys know the drill. You guys know the drill. Oh, this is... Yeah, we don't want to get... We don't want to get in trouble with the mom, right? That's like the worst thing you can do. Exactly. See, Caleb Williams on the Bucs would hurt. 100%. 100%. So let's continue here. The Bucs ending, or Bucs, Jesus Christ, the Bills ending off the first round. They don't really need much. I think offensive line could be a position I do target. Of course, they don't have jack shit here. That's just PFF for you. But it's the only one that would allow me to edit the roster or the draft position. Safety is a good position to target, though. I just don't think anybody's really worth it based on whoever's here. I haven't studied enough people to say anything. Clemson blocked a punt, ball inside the 10. Still not convinced they're going to score a touchdown. I know. It's so bad, guys. It really is. So, yeah, with this pick, I'm going to go O'Cyrus Torrence. We're going to put Jared Patterson here. I don't know if he's actually in here, so if he is, we'll be polite, but I don't think he is. But yeah, we're going to go O'Cyrus Torrence. He is an absolute mauler in the run game. I think he'd be a great addition to a team that might be wanting to add that in as another dimension to continue developing. Not like they really need it. They won the Super Bowl, but that's what it is. Now, let's go for round 2. The Bears started off by getting Will Anderson. I think wide receiver is a position they should definitely target. Jermaine Burton is another piece that they could definitely use. Velus Jones, Jermaine Burton, as well as Darnell Mooney. That's a trio of extremely talented, very speedy receivers. Then you pick up someone like Laquan Treadwell or somebody to be like that wide receiver 4 to come in and be more that big physical opponent. That's a horrible example of Laquan Treadwell, but he was in the news today. It popped up into my mind. So pick number 33, you have the Seahawks. We got Bryce Young. We got Noah Sewell. I think that this is a good spot to potentially look at another corner like we have already done a billion times. But Caillou Blue Kelly is a really good corner. You can go Clark Phillips here because he has versatility, but Caillou is just really talented. He also locked down Drake London, which is where I first found him. I really didn't like him before. I even got to dive into him deep because a lot of the players just pop off. First one who ever did was Kadarius Toney. So, just guys who pop off, pass the eye test, they are guys who I want to have on my team. So Laquan Treadwell signed with the Patriots. I know. Well, I was saying at this time, I don't think they're going to sign him multiple years to a practice squad. But pick number 34, we have the Falcons. Goger Von Dexter, another interior defensive lineman. I was thinking something very similar to that because I don't think the wide receivers are good enough right now. Besides my favorite Xavier Hutchinson, I don't really think he adds much compared to Drake London, but I do think Gervon Dexter would. He's a really good player. I'm a big fan of Gervon Dexter. Pick number 35, we have the Browns finally on the board. People are going to lose their shit because the Browns, they were saying they should win the Super Bowl, yada, yada. No. I'm probably wrong about that, to be honest, but I'm going to be fine being proven wrong when that time comes. I think linebacker could be a position they do target here, but, neither of those guys are good enough. Just to be honest, they're not very good. I would say another edge rusher would be a very good place to start, though. You got some defensive interior help last year with Perion Winfrey in the draft. I'm going to go Zion Tupuloa-Fatui, having him become a very nice rotational edge rusher who needs some time to develop. Again, he's coming back from injury this year. He could be a first rounder. I have him graded as such. But again, he's absolute baller. So I'm going to actually go over here. I'm going to show you guys what's up. I'm going to see who else is on the top of my board, who's still available. So obviously we went Myles Murphy, Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson. Again, the screen's right there if you guys think I'm looking totally stupid here. But Will McDonald is still on the board. I love Will McDonald, so we're definitely going to be picking him up soon. I just think that it has to be the right team for him, and a lot of these teams are looking more for developmental guys, or else got the guy that they wanted. But Sam Laporta, I think he's an absolute freak. I got to watch that game and see where he's going to be starting next week. But yeah, you guys can see where I'm at right now with these guys, in the top. So who do we have that we haven't drafted in the top? Will McDonald, really think he's a beast. I love him. Who else? Sam Laporta, Christian Gonzalez. I honestly forgot about Christian Gonzalez, but he had a pretty rough week. He had some good plays, but he got mossed. So that's perfectly fine. Clark Phillips. Yeah, Xavier Hutchinson, obviously. And then Chris Abrams-Strain. So there are still first-round quality players in my mind who are on the board. So we'll definitely look to address that. I totally forgot about Christian Gonzalez. R.I.P. We should have Breesy at 64, so he finally doesn't have an ADP of 14.5. We might do that. Might do that out of fun. But for the why did I want to say Tennessee Titans? The Houston Texans. It's getting late, everybody. I would say that's a position I would look for Christian Gonzalez. That wouldn't be a bad option. But I want to look at wide receivers here, and I do think that there are some good ones on the board not listed in here. I would say, because they did release Conley to be able to make room for O.J. Howard, I think that you could end up going after Xavier Hutchinson here. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Tyler Harrell is not going to get the love of this draft, so we're just going to put him there. But that's Xavier Hutchinson. I think he deserves some respect. He ended up producing for Iowa State in their big victory. So pick number 37, the Patriots are on the board. We drafted Keely Ringo for them. Now, tackles should still be in the consideration, and I think I'm going to do it. So there's a guy for Tennessee named Darnell Wright. I have him as a second-round pick. The only tackle worth a second-round pick, a legitimate second-round pick, that's left on the board. So we're going to do that. Cooper Beebe's going away. He's really good in the run game. He's honestly pretty damn solid in the pass as well. Very well balanced. He has some issues, but honestly, at this point, you're trying to fill gaps with guys who have that potential to actually kick ass. So we got some more chats here. Hutchinson is an Iowa State wide receiver. Yes. I don't have him on my list yet. So yeah, I haven't put him on any mock drafts yet. But I have the balls to. I finally do. I might have done it before though, but it doesn't even matter. I don't even care. Don't worry about it. Pick number 38. You got the Jets here. Now the Jets, I could see going Brian Breesy. Just because they're saying, hey, we lost Foley Fatukasi. We ended up drafting offensive tackle Peter Skoronski here. Jacqueline Roy got drafted last year. No. We were probably talking about him in pre-draft stuff. Touchdown Clemson. Yes, there we go. So, I think for the Jets, a tight end wouldn't be a bad option at this point. Michael Mayer would be a good option. I think he'd be a very good, reliable target there. CJ Uzomah is just, I don't really think he has some phenomenal traits. Michael Mayer's just going to be drafted because of hype. He really can't separate for shit, and it was pretty obvious versus the Ohio State defense. So that's where we're at. Pick number 39 for the New York Giants. We went quarterback already. Tight end actually isn't a bad move for them. Who do they even have at tight end? We're going to look this up right now. So we're going to look at Giants roster. Fuck it, right? It's going to come up with the San Francisco Giants. There we go. I'm going to see if they have their depth chart up. Whoop-de-doo if they don't. I don't really care. Here we go. We're going to go depth chart. Checking this live. Do you see Darnell Washington making an appearance? No, he's not athletic enough, but he's a really fun tight end. I'd probably stick him in that third round. Unofficial depth chart will be released during week 1. Thanks, dingus. Head ass. We'll just look at the roster, see who's there. Jets have way too many tight ends. I know, but it's BPA, and like way too many tight ends means absolutely nothing to me when I didn't think much of Jeremy Ruckert. So let's go. Okay, get out of here, bro. Thank you. Not to you. Don't worry. Talking about the damn pop-up here. So tight ends, Bellinger, Hudson. Yeah, we're going tight end. I think that's a good move. I know they have way too many tight ends there for the Jets, but I do think getting another big threat is a good option. Dalton Kincaid is probably going to be the next guy I do draft. He had like over 100 yards. It was like the entire offense there for him. So we're going to go with it. Pick number 40 with the Commanders. They don't really need much except a QB, but we're not going to be drafting one for them. Do we dare? What's the kid out of Jacksonville State's name? Or Jackson State? Where's he at? I'm going to try to find him in the chat. You guys can say it as well, but I know you guys are delayed by like 20 seconds. So I don't really want to do that to y'all. Man, I'm tripping. Where is he at? I could honestly just, I don't know why. Who do I see winning the Heisman? Oh, what quarterback did the Giants get? They got C.J. Stroud. Yes, so kind of crazy, right? Jackson State quarterback. I forgot. Obviously, I know it's Deion's son. Shedeur, if that's how you say his name. I'm turning to Broshmo. So we actually might be doing Shedeur here. Will Levis is. Oh, I just feel bad. We're going to go Shedeur Sanders. We're going to do it. He's making an appearance. Pick number 40. This team has had awful PR in terms of racism. They're going to feel so bad. They're going to actually end up drafting a much better quarterback than Will Levis. So, give me a thumbs up. PR team does the right move. Love it. He's an absolute beast. Like, the fact is, the guy had like more touchdowns than incompletions. Will Levis is not that guy. Hallelujah. Yeah, so PR team did the right thing. A lot of times PR teams just do shit to do it. This is actually a really good job by them because I really do think Shedeur Sanders is an absolute freak. Yes. Bro, I do not get pick number 41. Let's go. Let's continue this. This is going to be Christian Gonzalez, cornerback out of Oregon. We're just going to go click Storm Duck because, again, whatever. But Shedeur Sanders is pick number 40 for you guys who were not there. Pick number 42 for the Cowboys. I think that this would be a good position to potentially take Brian Breesy. You got to just go BPA, but wide receiver is so thin. Well, Raheem Jarrett would be kind of nice, though. That'd be a fun option. Getting a good deep threat. That'd be really fun. I don't know. I mean, Josh Downs would be good as well. Kind of be your dude who could be essentially the replacement for Cedric Wilson. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at the big board. Hello to everybody who is popping in. We got this live mock draft. Show some love. Here we go. Wide receiver. So Quentin Johnson was taken. Quentin Johnson's going to be rising up my board for sure. Zay Flowers is still here. That'd be a good option for this team. I like that. So yeah, this is a debut of my big board as well. So for you guys who are here, Storm Duck's the best name in college football. I know, right? So we're going to continue on. I think that we're going to use this pick. We're going to select Parker Washington, but in actuality, it is Zay Flowers. Really dynamic weapon. He can play on the boundary or in the slot. Why on earth? Oh, right. It's delayed by like 20 seconds. Hallelujah. But yeah, this is Zay Flowers for the people who were not there immediately. I love how we've gone 3 players in a row who are just actually not on here. Jaguars, we've already gone wide receiver for you guys, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't we? Did we already give him wide receiver? We did. We went Jackson Smith and Jigba. So, good. Again, you guys are delayed by like 30 seconds, which is like a big RIP. But I think that Will McDonald needs to be taken too. He does. I saw you pick Porter for the Steelers. If the Steelers end up with a pick closer to 10, do you see us going offensive line? Yes. And again, if you guys are like new in here, I'm pretty happy I was able to see that a quarter of my eye. Feel free to hit the @ because, again, it pops up as a big orange block and allows me to see it easier. I think this time should be safety. Give another shot. Okay. Safety wouldn't be a bad option. But I just don't like the guys on the board. Like Jalen Catalon, I feel would be another Andre Cisco for you guys. When looking at it, interior offensive line wouldn't be a bad idea, I think, with Kool-Aid McKinstry. Ooh. I don't really think Kool-Aid's worth a second round pick yet. We'll see about that. Who's the center for the Jaguars right now? I'm tripping up on this. I'm going to look this up right now. Interior offensive line makes sense, I know. The thing is, you guys are probably going to find it before I do. Spot track. I'm going to keep popping in here. We're going to see. Like, I want to make sure, because I want John Michael Schmitz to make an appearance. Luke Fortner. Oh, okay, yeah. It was just he's a brand new pick. I'm not going to have him just get replaced like that. But I will go Layden Robinson then, because, again, there's a lot of hype for these Texas A&M guards. Kenyon Green, for example. So I think that'd be great. Ben Barch is at guard. Yeah, we need help. Big time. Pick number 44 for the Saints. Man, Will McDonald's still on the board. And again, he's number 13 online. Like, he's just so good. Have I, not picked Will McDonald before? I swear to God, I absolutely hate PFF. Because, you watch the guys here. He's not... I'm gonna tear apart PFF. Oh, God. By the way, Will McDonald's probably going to be the pick for the Panthers. Just a heads up for y'all. That really irritates me because it's just so easy to forget about one player when you're going through stuff like this. This could, you know what? They're going to actually take a shot on a quarterback here. They're going to go Will Levis. They're going to see what happens. If Jameis isn't able to bring this team to the playoffs, they're going to take a shot on Will Levis. I think it's a good move. Will McDonald has not been picked by you before. That literally pisses me off so much. I just haven't even realized that. That just irks the hell out of me. So we're going to use this Iabi Anoma guy as Will McDonald. That hurts. That really hurts because I love Will McDonald. Saints got Levis, yeah. So the Saints got Levis. The Panthers ended up getting Will McDonald. It is possible he drops there. It is. But I think that guy's too freaky. That really pisses me off. But pick number 46 for the Titans. Did we get offensive line for them? Got Broderick Jones. That's great. So I think now you could get another weapon, and you could look at Raheem Jarrett. That would be a really fun option to get the ball out of Malik's hands and just have a really big burner. We're going to do it. Pick number 47 for the Raiders here. Ooh, Brian Breesy. This might be where we go Brian Breesy. They could use some help on the interior. Cornerback still is a move, is it not? Did we go corner for him? No, we didn't. Corner is a big need. That's a big reason why I have them where they're at. We're going to go corner. Eli Ricks is still on the board, and he has a lot of personality issues. It's not actually out of the question, so I think that's great. Who are my top 5 Heisman candidates? Jordan asks. Bryce Young, I would say, Anthony Richardson has a chance. He does. I don't think a running back is going to win it this year. Wide receiver-wise, I don't think there's a good enough one in college football at the moment. Jordan Addison actually has the potential for that, but I really do think this is going to be down to Will Anderson, Miles Murphy. Bo Nix when is Bo Nix getting drafted? If I ended up having 300 picks and went after the picks that would go in the draft, maybe we'd talk about it. But yeah, Eli Ricks is a good pick here. Regardless, I think that probably is going to be quarterback dominated with Will Anderson and or Miles Murphy in there. I think that would be a good start. Braylon Allen, it's potential. Oh my God, Trevor Penning and Will Levis, two of the guys I hate the most. Watch that be their first round pick too. It's just absolutely atrocious. But for the Steelers, offensive line should be something we do look at. There's just I can't see us drafting any of these dudes. I can't. It's not right. We've already taken a corner as well. We don't need anything else. This is actually atrocious. This hurts me inside. To be honest, I do like Javon Foster a lot. Robert Scott's a good player as well. We're going to take a developmental tackle on Javon Foster. We're going to take a shot on him. We're going to see if we could continue developing our scheme to have him play really good in the run game. I don't know about the pass, but he can work really well with a rolling pocket. This could be Breesy. We might actually go this way. We're going to go Brian Breesy. Ooh, hold up. We got edge rushers on the board. Did we go Zion Tupuola-Fatui for him? That'd be great if we did. We did not. We're going to go an edge rusher here. There's really good ones on the board, too. Oh, man. Do I go B.J. Ojolari? Or do I go Darrell Shami? We're going to go B.J. Go with the B.J. I think my boy Jordan Tucker's on the Steelers practice squad. I know, you brought him up to me. I was surprised when we got him. I was pretty hyped. But I'm glad to see that we at least put him on the practice squad. We need as much help as we can get. For the Lions, again, this is a team that doesn't need much. We've already gone DB. We've already gone linebacker, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken. We went Quentin Johnston as well as Antonio Johnson, which is great. Linebacker still is within like potential grasp here, but let's play with other positions, so to speak. We could go interior offensive line here. I don't think that'd be an awful choice. I don't think you want to go center, but man, Christian Mahogany tore his ACL. It really sucks to see him go down like that. Honestly, I don't know. I think double dipping at DB wouldn't be a bad option. There's got to be another Johnson we can pick for them. I know. I might go Clark Phillips here. You might just want to continue fixing the team. Chris Abrams drained also deserves to be drafted. We're going to do it. You just might as well continue fixing the team. You have to. Pick number 51. We actually have not had any other running backs go, which is a little bit atrocious, but that's okay. I think the Dolphins are going to look at a tight end like Jaheim Bell and be like, this guy is my dream. He's an H-back, really does fit well. Doesn't block well, which is kind of like the one negative, but Sam Laporta definitely could be someone they also target. The Vikings here, we've already gone defensive back for them. Let's check back to make sure that's true. Yeah, I went Brian Branch. In retrospect, probably should have been Christian Gonzalez, but again, live in the moment. They're going to actually take a shot on Brian Breesy. They're going to do it. They're going to say, you know what? We think this guy could be something. We're going to take it. So there you go, Mark. Now we're going to actually have him have a much lower ADP. Looking at the Bengals, did we already go tight end for him? I don't think we did. Did we go linebacker? We went Trent Simpson, didn't we? We did. Oh, that's baller. Love that. Hell yeah. We're going to go tight end. We're going to go Sam Laporta here. I have him as a first-round quality player. He's my number one tight end in the draft. I just don't think teams are going to see that, and he's going to just absolutely light it up for the Bengals. Pick number 54, Niners. I'm going to let you guys put some chats in there for a second while I take a drink. Even with that, he's still 27th ADP. Love that. Why is Jahmyr Gibbs slipping? It's just such a good running back class, man. Straight up, I'll show you. Look at these running backs. You got Devon A-Chain, 4.24 speed. Zach Evans, a true 3-down back. Tank Bigsby, it's not that good. Sean Tucker. Deuce Vaughn is an elite receiving back. Blake Corum is a monster. Jahmyr Gibbs is good. Zach Charbonnet, y'all know. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous the amount of talent. And again, remember, say, hey, you know what? I'm going to draft an offensive lineman now and get a worse running back later. It's like, well, by that point, what? Maybe that running back is 10 spots lower on your board versus if you ended up getting another guy at that position that you drafted in the first or in the second, then it's like, well, I have to draft a guy 30 spots lower on my board. And running back is replaceable. You see guys come in all the time, 5th, 6th round that just ball out. So the value on running back has definitely dropped tremendously. A-Chain looked very good in A&M's opener. Trust me, I'm very excited. Charbonnet, Charbonnet's another Oaks guy. That's my boy. Yeah, we ended up, he was one of my best friends for a while. So, he's a good guy. For the Niners, though, I think that, they might actually go after interior here just to get some extra depth. But they need to go offensive line. Their center's absolute cheeks. John Michael Schmitz is a monster in the run game. I'm going to be going with that. DJU finally made a pass. Holla. Pick number 55. I think we went Cam Smith with this. I think we did. Did we? We did. Awesome. I have a second-round grade on Cam Smith. It's not even I hate him. He's just so much, all these corners are so damn good. Another touchdown for Clemson. Holla. So wide receiver is a position I do want to consider targeting here. It is, again, you do have Josh Downs here, who I think would be a very good option to add with your Twin Towers out there. I think it's a good idea. I don't think Paris Campbell deserves another contract with his health issues, so we're going to go Josh Downs here. The Rams are on the clock, and we are actually going to be going after a tackle. Blake Freeland just makes sense to me. Again, he just feels, it's not a logical thing, it's more of a gut feeling. Blake Freeland has a lot of potential as well. He's young. He's a really good run blocker, so I think he'd work with them. Pick 57 for the Green Bay Packers. They could actually take Isaiah Foskey, but we're going to go a tight end here. They're going to take a shot on Eric Gilbert. I think he goes before Darnell Washington, regardless of the depth chart issues. They're going to say, you know what? I think it's worth potentially taking a shot on. We ended up losing out in the first round on a high upside Quentin Johnston. We're actually going to surround our quarterback with weapons. So now we're going to get a big target as well as a smaller one with, Jordan Addison. So awesome stuff for you guys right there. Pick number 58, the Chiefs. So who the Chiefs draft? I'm bugging. Bijan. Holy crap. Like the Chiefs need to get any better. I think that you could go a DB here. Again, Chris Abrams-Drain is a really good hybrid player. Honestly, I don't really care what the situation is. I'm going to go with it because he has BPA, and it's a position that has a high win above replacement rating. So next, we have the Chargers. I know it won't happen, but imagine Gilbert and Pitts with London. I know. That'd be ridiculous. I would love that. The Chargers are sitting here. I would have given him Eric Gilbert, to be honest, but I think this one, man, I might go Robert Scott here. That might be a really good option. He's a super solid tackle who can be very flexible. I'm not a fan of Zion Johnson. I'm going to go with the high upside tackle with Robert Scott here. There's not enough love sent his way. Pick number 60 for the Eagles. We ended up, did we go with my number one corner for him? Dude, people are going to be sus as hell that I'm like rigging it for the Eagles. I'm not. Andre Carter as well as Jalen Jones. Ridiculous. We all know probably he's going to be an offensive player here. We're going to go running back. It's going to be Sean Tucker. The running backs are going to start coming off. I know that the Chargers could have gotten a running back, but think about what they could do in the third round. Like, again, you're probably going to have, like, Zach Evans there. With the Ravens, we ended up... Did we get a big target for him? No, we went linebacker. So, I don't think offensive weapon is something that's feasible at the moment. I really don't. You could look at a tackle here. I don't really think it's the best move. We were talking about corners earlier. Did we go corner? No, we went a linebacker. What other corners are available? I'm going to pull up my draft board really quick and see if there's any other corners that I just fell in love with that I forgot about. Because again, like, this is what happens to human beings. But I'm not seeing any corners that I fell in love with. So that really sucks. There's a big drop-off, but that's mainly because my dumbass drafted all of them. I think that you could end up going... Why did I do that? I don't even see your guys' messages now. Kyrus Jackson is there, maybe? Wouldn't be a bad idea. That wouldn't be a bad idea. But let's look at the other guys who are available on the board. Devon A-Chain would be ridiculous. You bring him into this squad. That'd be so fun. I might do it just because it's fun. We're going to do it. Devon A-Chain. We're just going to give even more speed. We're going to put him as a wide receiver at points too. So pick number 62. This is another running back pick. Again, I think running backs will probably start to fly here. But Jahmyr Gibbs is exactly what they're looking for. A really good secure back to check the ball down to. That has home run hitting ability. You failed Ronald Jones in that aspect, but you're not going to with Jahmyr Gibbs. For the Bills, Osiris Torrance was the first round pick. R.I.P. Jarrett Patterson. But with this one, wide receivers, potential option, tight end for depth, but they got rid of O.J. Howard. Defensive interior, no. Edge, no. Linebacker, no. Safety, maybe. And I think Jalen Catalon would be a really good option here. So let's end it off with some respect for our boy. That's going to be the draft, guys. I swear to God, it better not say I'm not signed in. So it's grading my draft. I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually grade the draft. But let me know what you guys think. Obviously, I'm going to be ending the live stream here in just a moment because this actually ended up going longer than I expected. That's A-okay. So this is the draft. I don't know why I would say grading the draft if it didn't grade the draft. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Any more questions for you guys? I'm going to open up the floor for a minute here. We've been doing this for an hour 15. So, was that Catalan last? Yes. Yes. Don't be shy, guys. Shit. All right. Well, we don't have many more questions. Again, guys, just go to the Discord. Join the community. You can always hit me up there. You can always message me, DM me in that regard. Spreadsheet's all done then. So, guys, check out the updated spreadsheet. It's just a link to a Google Doc for you guys to view. So, again, feel free to check that out. Big thanks to Mark for making that happen. But without further ado, guys, I really appreciate everything. How do you feel about the fantasy squad in our league? Ooh. Which one? Like, we have a couple of them, but I think that we have a really good thing going. I'm pretty happy with most of my teams. I think I got Dameon Pierce in one of them as well, like before I started popping off, so excited about that. I'll leave it for a minute more. We'll see. Again, I know you guys are 30 seconds behind, so it's kind of not fair. But, again, you guys are awesome. Like, 29 likes on a live stream. Haven't really done that for a hot minute, so I really do appreciate that. I managed to get my boy ETN. I know. Travis was a beast. It's a good steal. He has a lot of upside, especially with Doug Peterson. Snipe Jefferson, Kirk from Slovenia. Overall dub. I know. Love that. Well, guys, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys for everything. Oh, we got another comment in our tight end premium or TE premium league. I thought, yeah, honestly, think so too. But with that being said, I'm going to peace out here. What a draft for the Eagles. Yes, thanks for the stream. Thank you guys for watching. It was fun. See you guys on the far side. Peace.